Hey guys, it's currently like quarter after 3 in the morning, but uh, I realized I haven't made a video talking about the Steelers Ravens game yet. So it was about 3 days ago. It was an awesome result. Steelers won, beat the Ratbirds 20-19 because the Ravens decided to go for two after they scored the touchdown, and they didn't get it. If they would have went for the PAT, the game would have just went to overtime. I mean, I understand that you want to be like risky. I mean, you want to. It's a rivalry game. You want to be aggressive, go for the win. Fortunately, they just didn't execute it well. I wouldn't blame Harbaugh for deciding to go for two. I would blame the Ravens offense, like Lamar. I blame Lamar for not executing the play well. Um, that could have easily been a 2 pointer if he threw it to Mark Andrews better. I don't blame Mark Andrews at all because you can't expect to catch it one handed all the time. If he would have just placed it right there, I mean I know there was some pressure on him, but if he threw it better, it would have been a 2 point conversion. They would have won the game, but fortunately, it did not happen. But the Ravens are still in first place in the AFC North. Steelers remain in third, but inching our way back up because the Bengals lost. Um, gotta hope that the Bengals lose to San Francisco. I gotta hope Baltimore loses to Cleveland. But I know that's not going to happen because Cleveland is extremely overrated, especially Baker Mayfield. I've been saying all year that Baker Mayfield is the most overrated quarterback in the NFL. He hasn't done anything all year. It's all those progressive commercials. But you know, for the Steelers game, I knew it wasn't going to be a blowout because that's what happens in these rivalry games. Doesn't matter if how good one team is, how bad the other team is. This game is always down to the wire, and this game was no exception. Went down to the last second of the game when Ravens decided to go for two. Um, Steelers' last drive where they got a touchdown, we were very lucky. Ben threw a pick, but it got called back because of a Ravens pass interference. Deontay Johnson, we probably could have put the game away earlier, but Deontay Johnson dropped an easy touchdown right before halftime, but it ended up not mattering because we won anyway. But, you can't, I mean, everyone makes mistakes. You can't catch every throw every single time, but that was a catch he should have made. But, and if I don't seem enthusiastic in this video, it's because it's like 3:15 in the morning about right now, and I'm pretty tired, and I was about to go to bed, but I was like, I haven't made a video about the Steelers Ravens game yet. So our next game is actually tomorrow night against Minnesota for Thursday night football. It'll be embarrassing if we lose to Minnesota, considering that Minnesota lost to Detroit, gave them their first win of the year, which I'm pretty sure 31 of the 32 NFL fan bases were happy the Lions got their first win. The only one is the Vikings that wasn't happy. But um, so the Steelers, of course, no offense as usual. I mean, no surprise there. Defense finally got back on track after an abysmal game against the Chargers and an abysmal game against the Bengals. TJ Watt had a good game. I didn't think he was going to play, but he tested negative back on Friday, and then he tested negative again on Saturday, so he was cleared to play. Um, offense. I still don't see our offense doing anything spectacular with Ben, but Ben is, I mean, it's not set in stone. but Ben is expected to retire after the season, which needs to happen. And I I don't dislike Ben Roethlisberger. He is obviously one of, if not the best Steelers quarterback the Steelers have ever had. He took us to three Super Bowls, won two of them. He went 15-1 his rookie season. Um, Won us multiple AFC North Division titles, and I will always appreciate what Ben has done for us. But Ben's not as good as he used to be. He's gonna be 40 years old in March. He needs to retire before he worsens his career and he takes himself away from Canton in the future. But offense definitely needs to get better. I don't think it's gonna get better. I'm pretty sure the offense is just gonna stay the same. I'm not blaming Matt Canada just yet because he's a first year OC. He's coming off of this horrible Randy Fichtner controlled offense. I know I don't need to get comments of people saying, "Oh, Ben controls a lot of it too." I know, I'm well aware, but I don't see our offense doing anything spectacular until Ben leaves. And when he leaves, I hope I we need to draft a quarterback in this year's draft. Someone good. Obviously, we're not gonna I don't we're not gonna get an early pick, but unless if the Steelers keep going how they're going, they're more than likely not gonna make the playoffs. Um, but if they like keep winning, got Minnesota, then Tennessee, then Kansas City, then Cleveland, then Baltimore. So obviously a very tough end of the season, but if we can pull wins out of our ass, then we can make the playoffs. But you know, I don't believe in I don't believe in tanking. I don't want the Steelers to tank to get a better quarterback. I honestly think you fail as a fan if you want your team to tank. Um, because the whole point of being a fan is that you want your team to win. You never want your team to lose a game. I mean, I guess it's different if it's for the first overall pick. I mean, obviously the Jaguars got it with Trevor Lawrence, but obviously it hasn't worked out because they're still terrible. But I don't want the Steelers to tank. I want to try to make the playoffs. And if we don't, we just finish average and we finish average. And then hopefully we'll have a better 2022. Um, but great win against the Ravens. Great way to get back on track. Our first win since the Chicago Monday night game after the tie against Detroit and then the two losses. But hopefully we can get back on track. Beat Minnesota, beat Tennessee, maybe beat Kansas City, and so on and so forth. Anyway, have a great night.